Well, good evening, YouTube. Good evening, Rumble, and happy Tuesday. I hope everyone's having a good week so far. How's everyone doing? I'm doing all right here. Finally getting started with that gardening stuff I've been putting off for the past couple of weeks. At least getting stuff started growing. Yeah, nothing major. Some tomatoes, some peppers, some lettuce. Some green onions. Basic stuff. But, you know, having food fresh from a garden is always nice. I kind of learned that growing up. And, just before I forget, this week's Standing Stone Games coupon code is for a Battle Potion of Restoration. The code is No Fear. All capitalized. Don't try it the other way. I did, and it said code not found. I had to capitalize the whole thing. So, I got it, and it says removes up to 3 disease, wound, fear, poison effects from the target. You only get one of them, though. So, they kind of cheaped out on that one. Now, need to talk to Halberd.
Our only aim is to help the heir of Isildur in any way that we can.
Think of this, Thormurn. The line of Isildur is recognized by the heirlooms of that house. The shards of Norsil, now reforged, the scepter of Anuminus, long kept in Rivendell, and the Ring of Barahir, almost lost in Forest Shell but regained. I believe you have heard that story. And now this great company rides to the defense of Eregion in the southern lands increasingly under the sway of the Uruk. Danger crowds around us upon every side, but our own safety must be secondary to that of Eregion. Therefore, if a member of our company is slain or taken captive by the enemy, if that man bore a ring of the same description as the Ring of Barahir, would that not give his captive pause? Captor. I have therefore made the proposal to Funi Gemcutter to craft rings so like the Ring of Barahir, based on Canday's description, that should any of this company fall into the hands of the enemy, it may sow confusion into his mind. This confusion may buy the true heir precious time. Tell me when you're ready, and we will go with Funi to the forges he will use. Alright.
It is time.
It is time. Let us be on our way.
A skilled jewel crafter has crossed our path, and Halberod has devised a curious plan for him. He wants imitations made of the Ring of Barahir borne by Aragorn for each Dunedain in our company.
That's a lot of rings. That dude's gonna be busy. And that's no simple ring. That's a fancy ring. Funi Gemcutter has been working hard within melting gold with which to fashion quality imitations of the ring borne by Aragorn our chieftain. Candace, learned in lore as he is, described the ring to Funi, and the dwarf has pledged that his reproductions will deceive all but the most studious observer. What is this? Hoy, you there! The work goes well, Thormurn. Already some of the rings have been made, and they are identical to the description with which my father was provided. The gold is running low. Very little gold is needed for each ring, of course, but my father can only use small quantities of the material when it is melted, or imperfections will arise. Bring more coffers of gold to me from where they're being stored. The coffers you retrieve from Minas Elendor in the corner there. Corner there. That was very descriptive. The corner there. Well, let's be a little more descriptive next time. That's about as good of just direction as over yonder, and I can't really say anything because I've used that myself. I hope there's enough gold for the rings your friend requires. It takes more than ordinary gold, you see. Only the highest quality gold can be used if these are to be sufficiently realistic. And when melted, only very small amounts of this gold is suitable. Candace, hello. The ring making is going well. Good. I gave the jewelsmith a description of the Ring of Barahir as I remembered it, and if he has the skill he claims to have, his imitation should be suitable. Elrahir wanted me to send you to him if you had a moment. He was contemplating our plans beneath a tree in the courtyard to the north of here, if you would speak with him. Thank you. At least you were giving me actual directions. But before we go that way, I want to see this forge. Oh, we can't go and see the forge. Darn it. Looks really impressive. Thormurn wanted to see the forge. How dare you deny a dwarf a chance to see a forge? It is a thing of beauty. Hello. The crafting of the ring sought by Halberd goes well, Thormurn. Good. If these preparations give our enemies even the slightest pause, the time they take will be counted 5 and 7 times in value. Elrahir pauses for a moment, thinking, and then takes you into his confidence. Before we left in Lodges, my father gave me messages for Eregion, confident that he would understand them. But I too understand their meaning, and that understanding fills me with worry. He bade me to remind Eregion of the words of the seer Malbeth and of the paths of the dead. I will tell you of... Suddenly a shout breaks the silence, and Elrahir leaps to his feet. How can we be too far away? What was that? Someone is in trouble. An exhausted ranger stands before you, his breath ragged and uneven. Thormurn, a party of warring Urks, has climbed the path to the place, and I have seen others in the distance. It will not be long before they arrive. Halros grabs your arm, desperate to tell you something else. Galadir stayed behind to hold them back. Help him. Of course, Galadir stayed behind. Despair not, Thormurn. We will defeat these Urks, or we will delay them for as long as is necessary for the remainder of our company to complete the task for which we have come to these forges. I have told you once already, Urk, you will not leave this place alive. Huh, a good joke. You two, teach them the danger of boasting to Kufak of the Nikov. Is that the best you can manage? You impudent. I thought I smelled man flesh here. Or is that the stench of Nikov? Sargod, what are you doing here? The Nikov have this in hand. That is not what I see. Show these weaklings your bared teeth, my Camglock. Ha! Now my Ninkov attack. You will be the one to slay these foes. Seek Together we can slay them poof pop. We will put aside our differences today. You are right. There are only... Okay. They were fighting amongst themselves that band there. Let that be a lesson to you. Together, the strength of the Dunedain cannot be overcome. According to Funi Jim Cutter, his father's work is going well and smoothly. With no more interruptions, I feel that we will soon see an end to this delay. Halberd laughed softly, a sound that has been missing from the journey of the Grey Company, unnoticed until now. I say delay, but I feel better for having a secret held in reserve. Let our foes mill about in confusion, while the true heir of Isildur makes stealth his ally. It is good to be doing something. We have done well this day, Thormurn. May the Funi Gem Cutter's work go as well. Alright. Halberd.
May this work prove to have been unnecessary in the end. Fervently, I hope it is so.
It is done, Thormurn. I hope that this was just a momentary delay that we will never have needed. But in the sad event that one of our friends is slain or captured by the enemy, perhaps his Barahir will buy our chieftain Eregion some precious seconds. All of our struggles are for him, for the return of the heir of Isildur, the return of the king of Gondor. We must soon be off again. Our destiny awaits us in the wide southern lands. We'll grab his helm. I think we'll be using it at this point. We're using a set that actually has some nice stats on it.
A single hesitation on the part of Aragon's foes could make the difference.
If we are fortunate, none of the rings of Barahir, born by the rangers of our company, will need to serve the purpose for which they were crafted. Even so, I am glad to have them in the event they become necessary. A single moment of hesitation on the part of Aragorn's foes could make the difference. It is time again to ride. Let us cross south into the northern stretches of Dunland. The plains of Enedwaith will be the next step on our journey. We will take our rest once we cross into the land of Forderith in the northern Enedwaith. Degoris will select the location, and you should speak with LOTRO when we arrive at Ecad Degoris to learn the lay of the land. Alright. So we are heading up into Enedwaith. Means I get to remember where it's at. I mean, I pretty much do remember where it's at. Stable. Nah, because it doesn't matter. Even if I take a stable, it's still going to end up being the same distance no matter what. Alright, we ride. We ride up. Actually is a fun little instant. I could have sworn it used to be a little bit more challenging than that. Why did we just start a new deed? Oh, because he's never done this. Never mind. We ran right through Eregion and straight to the walls of Moria. Marceline did Eregion. And then ran back to Angmar. I know, all sorts of out of order, isn't it? That's okay. Miss Fistula is working her way to level 50, so she can do the... Excuse me, hold on. Sorry about that. So she can do the Walls of Moria, get her legendary items, and then she's heading off the Forest Shelf. They're just scattering to the wind right now. Marcelin and Angmar. Thormurn heading to Enedwaith. Miss Medriol and Great River. Let's see. Okay. Hello, Saucier! You say beautiful Tuesday evening, Miss Bella, and to all Thormurn fans near and far. Does Thormurn have fans? They would be very pleased to hear that. Sure we're going, yeah, we're going the right way. I don't need to keep checking the map every 5 seconds. We're going the right way. Once we cross this river, we're in Enedwaith. Now, we just need to get to Eregion. Enedwaith. Very wild, very open, very pretty. I'll be honest. It's a very pretty place. Yeah, the neighbors aside. I think Thormurn needs his own Twitter or Instagram account. You think that? He's a dwarf. He wouldn't know the first thing about an X account, X, Twitter, whatever you want to call it. There it is. I see it way up there. Maybe I should have Miss Fistula do that. She can coordinate the account for all of them. New deed, Path of the Grey Company.
What can I do for you?
Alright, we have discovered Eregion. Hello.
The men of Dunland are a wild people, and they care little for the Dunedain.
The road south is a long one, Thormurn. You should know something of this land and its people. The men of Dunland are a wild people, and they care little for the Dunedain and not at all for the men of Rohan. They have warred with the Rohirrim and covet still their lands. It is their strongly held belief that those lands belong to the men of Dunland. They are proud and fierce, quick to anger and slow to forgiveness. They tolerate no weakness and are suspicious of outsiders. During my time here in the Southlands, It seemed to me that these men had no identity as Dunlendings, thinking of themselves instead as members of particular clans dominated by strong, willful leaders. Dagoras has met already with the members of one such clan, Wadu of the Uklu. He has set aside his suspicions for the moment, and you might learn something of his people by speaking with him. And this is Wadu. Hello, Wadu. I still have never gotten used to calling it X. Elon is not very creative when it comes to corporate logos. Well, now, Elon's creativity comes in other sections of his life. Creating names isn't one of them.
You have come with these men, but you are not one of them.
The warnings I gave to these men, the Dagoras, I give to you. My people will not allow you to interfere with their lives. You may pass through these lands, but you cannot stay. Strength only do they respect. Strength such as mine or my father Suvok. Even my sister Nona wields the sword, and I wager she does so with greater skill than any of these Devotion.
The Okluth clan will tolerate your presence, but others will be hostile.
The Ukluth will tolerate your presence, but other Dunlearning Luth will be openly hostile. They have been given gold and have forgotten their true allegiances. Many of them traveled north into the land of the Holly, but they have returned. They are cowards on their own, and they are cowards on behalf of their new master. But these Luth that fight for gold have no loyalty to their former brothers. They fight even the Ukluth. For every one of my people they slay, they put a mark in blood on a chip of wood. They believe their new master will pay them for every one of their kinsmen they slay. It is an abomination. They have already killed some of my people, traveled to the deserters' camp north of here, and deprived them of the blood marks they have already collected. Recover, too, the weapons of my fallen brothers. I do not want them taken by their foes. Alright. Alright, we gotta get a good look at Wadu. He seems nice enough.
Our success lies in secrecy.
Amarian's absence troubles me greatly, Thormurn. He said he would return within a few hours, and he is not one to lose track of time in the field. But he's not returned yet, bodes ill. He said he wished to examine the black dens for himself, hoping to find some way to stop the scourge of shadow wolves, but that was the last I saw of him. The black dens lie to the southeast of here. I ask that you search for him there. I fear for his life if they have caught him unaware.
Will you aid the Grey Company?
My captain Dagoras went to visit a small encampment to the southwest of here that the Dunlendings call LOTRO. It seems a number of the Dunlendings who were sent to fight in Eregion have since deserted and retreated back here. It was Dagoras' hope we might be able to strike some kind of bargain with the deserters, given their obviously questionable loyalty to Isengard, but he's been gone for nearly a day now with no word. Dagoras is a cautious man, but his strength lies in wit and cunning more than might. If the deserters have indeed captured him, he may need a hand. Try and find some sign of him down there and free him if he is captured. We will need a man of his expertise and skill once we reach Rohan.
The Grey Company will need your aid.
We need additional supplies if we're going to make it through all of Dunland without slowing to hunt or barter, assuming the locals will deal with us at all, which seems doubtful in these dark times. Fortunately, there are those among our number that have long made the trek to Gondor and back to bring news and lore between the north and south. These waylayers laden caches of supplies, food, medicine, bandages, weapons, even some scrolls of lore were stowed away. The caches are well hidden, but can still be spotted if you know what to look for. There should be a few such here in Fortress. So, find the hidden room. That is for... can't remember which one. So we'll remove that one for now. We'll remove that one for now. We'll focus on the rescue of Dagorus and the main story. Mainly because those are the closest. I have to apologize if I sound a little scratchy, since I got a big old frog jumping around my throat. It does not want to leave. I was gonna say, we're not aggroing that? Well, no matter. They are still a deed. New deed! Woohoo! Deed. Collected blood marks. That's what they're called, blood marks. Oh, hello. Oh, stink. Thought you were gonna sneak up on me, huh? I don't think so. Already in use. Ooh, we got lag? No time for lag. Oh, we've done that. We can bypass that. Oh, really? Yeah. How about you eat an axe? Oh, hello, kitty cat. Don't worry, kitty cat. I'm not gonna hurt you. Hello, got yourself in a spot of trouble, I see. Barahir will have some choice words for me, I am certain, for he advised me against parleying with the Dunlendings. First, however, we must escape this place, which means we will need a key.
Not long ago, my kinsman Dagaros was captured by deserters from the Dunlending force in Eregion. I've sent aid for his rescue, but their freedom shall be short-lived if they cannot escape before the alarm is raised.
Listen carefully. The guard who came with the key usually sleeps in the next room. You should be able to sneak in there and find the key, or if necessary, just relieve him of it personally. Try not to make too much noise, though. The cell is small. I do not have room for a lot of company here. No, you don't. You definitely don't. Cat, don't make a lot of noise. Thanks. Eat. Oh, really? Okay. Oh, some military orders. Let's grab those too while we're at it. I have found the key. Oh, can't use that right now. Alright. You tell me not to make a lot of noise, and yet you're sitting there hooting and hollering. Good job. There's no time to waste. Let us depart. Now, I hear you're not the greatest swordsman. I can tell, considering you were stuck in here. Your kind is not welcome here, Devodiad. You're not welcome here. Take a hike. My arm is getting sore. We're not out of this yet. Let us head outside. It's so good to be out in the open air again. But let's not tarry. The others will soon realize that something is wrong. Alright. At least you seem to tank pretty good. Was kind of surprised by that. I guess on the bright side, you also know your way out. Seen a little bit of lag in the game. Good, they seem to have given up their pursuit. I think we're finally safe for now. Let us return to Ecad Degoris. I would not want to deny Barahir His chance to ridicule me for allowing myself to be captured. Alright. So, let's go talk to Decorus.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
My thanks, friend Thormurn. I was not looking forward to ending my days in some dunlening cell. Soon we will forge on to join with the rest of our kinsmen. And he gets a couple messages too.
My Gavonin, stay a moment and speak with me.
During my brief stay with the deserters at LOTRO, I learned more than perhaps they hoped. While they're in hiding from the minions of Saruman, the traitor, they are still dangerous to the Grey Company. Their leader wished to use me to regain Saruman's favor. Lou, the leader of the deserters, can be found towards the rear of their encampment. He's a brash fellow, but a coward at heart. He's led his men to the end they met that may not bode well for them. Perhaps if Lou were to be defeated, the rest will disband and return to their homes. If nothing else, Lou's defeat may draw their attention away from the passing of the Grey Company.
Greetings. If you have a moment, I have need of your assistance.
Many Dunlendings were sent up from the southern regions to fight in Eregion and claim the ring forges. It seems that Saruman is seeking something there, though I know not what. Their battles against the elves have not gone to their liking, however, and some of them have fled here to hide as deserters. These southern Dunlendings are not loved by the people of Le Glen, and they survive here now as little more than brigands in the wild. The livery that some still wear may be of some use to us, however. It is difficult for men of the north to pass as Dunlendings, doubly so, for we of the Dunedain descent. But were we to don the livery of Saruman's army and skirt away from habitation, few would look closely enough to discern us, and we might pass through the south unmolested. If you can manage to scourge up some uniforms for us, preferably not torn to shreds or bathed in blood, mind you, it may help us slip a few of our number through into southern Dunland to scout ahead for the rest. You know I use a bow, right? I doubt that it's going to be bloodless, and there might be a hole or two. Sorry. Now, we need to go retrieve some weapons from fallen Uklu. That's for the main story, and that is over this way. Ouch. I shall not die at your hands, dwarf. As you die at my hands. Let's see if I can remember where these bodies are. Oops, I didn't mean to kill the fox. Sorry, fox. Ooh, I will grab that. Dwarf marker in the middle of... New deed. Exiles from the Lonely Mountain. New deed. That means we have not touched the one in Thorn's Hall yet. Oh, next time I'm over there, I'm gonna have to hit that up. Ah, here's one. Fallen Uklu. So we need to retrieve his weapon. And then kill the nearest Dragloof. I think that was a Dragloof. Just says deserter. I'm assuming that's a Dragloof because it seems like the biggest clan that was on Saruman's side was the Dragloof. Which means they would also have the highest chance of having deserters. We have all of that. Still need a couple more pieces of armor, but we also need to go... I want that. Find this leader of theirs and slap him around a little. We'll get on a horse or elk or something on 4 legs that runs a little faster than Thormurn, so we can get there a little quicker. Alright, boss is in the back. There he is. Hear from my head, did Saruman send you? No. The Rangers send their regards. Maybe you shouldn't mess with them. Okay. That being done, we're gonna head back to Eregion. We have everything we need. I didn't realize that Thormurn was already of a level that some of this stuff is already going to be grayed out. Especially considering some of the stuff that he was doing, like inside that those ruins, wasn't. Ha. Thormurn could turn this into a little camp for himself. Throw down a sleeping bag. Put a couple of cloaks across the front.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
A blow well struck, Thormurn. With the loss of their leader, the remaining deserters are quite unlikely to interfere with the Grey Company again. I hope so.
Greetings, friend of the Grey Company.
Yes, a few bloodstains here and there, but nothing too apparent. These should do nicely in the event we are forced to mingle closely with the Dunlendings or pass close to any encampments. And that one is a repeatable. So you could do uniformity daily as a way to work towards your reputation over here. And once again, Enedwaith actually has reputations on two sides. You're getting reputation with the Grey Company, but you're also going to near if I could remember the name of the settlement off the top of my head, I can't. Lanuk. You're going to be getting reputation with the Dunlenders themselves. Hello.
These other clans are no longer of my stock. They are like orcs now.
It brings me no joy to see these marks, nor to receive these weapons, for they are reminders of the Ukluf that have fallen, and of the greed of these people that were once my kin, but no more. These other Luth are no longer my stock. They are cowards, slave to gold, and are no longer men. They are like orcs now, and the brave Ukluf will treat them like orcs. You will continue to do so. Good. You are not one of us, but you will be a friend to my family. Perhaps we will compare the tallies of the slain when all Dunland is unified again, and under the strong rule of the Ukluf. I look forward to that time. Tell your Devodiad friends what you have done for Wadu. I am not certain about them, but about you I have made up my mind. Your strength of will is like to mine, and you are made of similar stuff, strong as the stones of Dunland.
Perhaps Wadu's respect for you will help us as we work with his people.
Wadu at least seems pleased with you, Thormurn. If his family ruled the Ukluf, perhaps our road south would be easier. Sadly, it appears that his father, Savuk, though respected by the Brennan of the Ukluf, is not one of his Barahir. Still, respect earned is not respect wasted. Perhaps Wadu's respect for you will help us, as we must deal more closely with the Ukluf.
Cyrodion has gone on ahead and established a camp in the Windfells.
Cyrodion, okay. He planned to investigate the state of the road that runs through Enedwaith and Dunland, for he's worried that it has been blocked by hostile Dunlanding clans. Go now to his camp, far to the southwest of here, on a hilltop in the Windfells. Help him with his investigation. I know he will be happy to have your help. He will be, I'm sure, but we have other things to do here before we go. Got a few things on our books still. Okay, we need to find Amarion. And we need to find a hidden rune. And yeah, that was for the foodstuffs. Okay. I'm not gonna lie, the one to find all these hidden stashes, not really been one of my favorites, but it's not horrible either. You just have to figure out where the rune is, and then from the rune figure out where the stash is. Could be much worse. darn it. I killed another fox. Well, that Dunlander has to die now. And that Dunlander has to die. If I can remember. I want to say it was on a tree or a rock. Most of them were on something. Hidden in plain sight, you know? Oh, no more killing foxes. Oh. Ah. Maybe I should get rid of this guy first. And Mark is on this tree. This rune, this is the rune Barahir described. That's it. Find the ranger's cache. Usually these things tell you, this rune tells you which direction to go. This one doesn't. The ground here just seems to be disturbed. Face the target. How much more facing the target could I get? I was like on top of it. We have uncovered the ranger's cache of it. Alright, so we have that. Now we need to find the ranger that is missing. And for that, we're just going to get back on a horse, goat, whatever. Elk. But yeah, the runes, finding the caches isn't in itself hard. It's just sometimes they don't give you much to go on. Let's just say the direction's about as clear as mud. But I did have a kin leader way back when I started playing who had that memorized. I never could get that one memorized. Alright, let's go ahead and work on some player deed here. Because why not? Usually we don't have this many out during the day. These are usually nighttime creatures, these shadows. We need to find the guy. He could be up high somewhere. Ah, I see him. Need a hand? I'm afraid that the shadow wolves caught my scent and chased me up here some hours ago. I've been biding my time in the hopes that perhaps they would leave, but I've had no such fortune. Now that you have found me here, though, I think it would be best if we left swiftly before they find you as well. And it starts an instance.
Now and again, even the finest tracker may find that the tables have turned upon him, and the hunter becomes the hunted. So it is with my kinsman Amarian, who finds himself in a precarious position, as shadow wolves stalk him in the gathering darkness.
I would say that we should move quickly before the wolves notice, notice too late. They come. Stand fast. More come, I can hear their howling, make ready. As I fear, Thormurn, they may be no end to these foul apparitions, while on the bright side, perhaps Barahir will write a nice song about us when we're gone. Well, that's one way to put it. What manner of terror is this? Fight well, Thormurn, and we shall die this day. Don't worry, we're not gonna die. You have driven off the shadow wolves. And there, do you hear? The dread howling has finally ceased. Let us not dally here. Enough, you have fought well, and have, at last, we have a moment's respite. And it takes us straight back to Eregion, so appreciate that.
I hope we come to Aragorn's aid in time.
My thanks for your aid, Thormurn. For a little while, I was not sure I was going to make it back alive. Probably wouldn't have.
Shadows lie along our path. We must seek to pass beneath them unnoticed.
Our attempts to stop these shadow wolves have borne no fruit thus far. The source of their evil must lie within the caverns in the Black Den. If you can find your way into them and destroy it, we may gain some respite from their relentless hunt. Okay.
The minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands.
Something which particularly evil stalks the corner of Enedwaith. We have no idea how they come here, but the wolves of the Black Den are altogether unnatural. They look like wolves and seem to behave as such, but they are not mortal creatures. They are fell spirits that stalk and hunt men. Nor are they armless. They are aimless. They are seeking something. The locals say that some were seen in Eregion weeks ago, ranging far and wide in search of their prey, but then they left and returned here to their dens. Only when we of the Dunedain came did they emerge and resume their hunt. For us, it now seems, they can be slain as any wolf, but with death they melt away like shadow in the light of noon's sun.
The minions of Orthanc are growing stronger.
This one
in
just
these
says to
lands.
kill 10 of them.
What brings you to the wilds of Enedwaith?
Excellent. This food will last us a while, hopefully through the borders of Rohan, where we should be able to trade for additional supplies with the Rohirrim, though it is a long journey. And we get 2 more.
Our
Hidden
success
medicine.
lies in secrecy. Will you
There-
aid us?
There's another cache to the east of here. That one should contain a number of poultices and reagents useful in the art of healing. I suspect we will be in great need of such things before long, and many of the familiar herbs we might find in the north are not to be found here. The cache lies more to the northeast, about 80 paces north of a boulder marked with the Ranger's rune. 80 paces north of a boulder.
The Grey Company has need of your services.
I know of another distance to the south. This one should contain a bundle of spare blades. We shall face many dangers on our way through Dunland, and a spare weapon can mark the difference between life and death in battle. The cache itself should be hidden about 60 paces from a rune-marked hill.
Shadows lie along our path. We must seek to pass beneath them unnoticed.
The provisions will come in handy, but there are other caches as well. I know of another further to the southeast. It contains scrolls of weapon lore recorded by the elves of Rivendell long years ago. The virtue of such lore might bestow upon our weapons would be invaluable to us in the south. Alright, so we just got 3 cash and carries. What is this? Hidden medicine. And this one is hidden weapons. So, should be able to find hidden weapons out here somewhere. I know one of these I always have the hardest time finding. And no, that first one was actually relatively easy by comparison. A marker rune atop a small rounded hill with several trees upon it. Small rounded hill with several trees upon it. I feel like this should have been the one. Oh, maybe not. That goes into the Windfells. Wholly different place from where we want to be. There is something on the ground here. So he says this is the rune, which I almost want to say points that way. Probably not, though. Once again, we have found ourselves in the Windfell. Wait, 60 paces east of the rune marker. Well, this is east of the rune marker. I don't know how many paces it is. I know where the rune is. Well, I know it's not going to be on the road. See, this is one of those rare times where I would usually use the wiki and look it up. Oh, wait. The ground here seems to be disturbed. But we found it. I've uncovered the ranger's weapon cache. Alright, so that one's done. Not without making me want to pull my hair out just slightly, but it is done. One is how far away? That says 700. We're waiting on it. Yeah, it does. Okay, we're waiting on that one. Actually, that's the one. That's the one that I think I actually have the most trouble with. I know. You just saw me struggle to find that one. The one I just said we'll hold off on. That's the one I have the most trouble with. I believe this is our entry point into here. How's our bag space? Yikes! We're running out of space. Oh well. Nope, that isn't it. It looks like it should be, but it isn't. You have defeated the Fang of Shadow. Alright, so we can remove that one. The black torch on the wall before you casts twisted shadows upon the cavern floor. We get to have a little fun in here. We get to go into this twisty turny place and find a whole bunch of these torches and douse them. Woohoo! Of course, it's also a good time. Great place to work on your Wolf Slayer deed. Because they do count, the Shadow Wolves do count for the Wolf Slayer deed. Torches are evil looking, but they're kind of neat looking too. So we're gonna go back way. That dead ends. This is where we originally came from. There's something carved on the floor here. Where? Oh, it's way back here. This is the rune Amarion described. The ground here seems to be disturbed. And that is the cache of scrolls. How many of these torches do we still need? 4? I'm not gonna bother with the wolves unless I have to. I'm just gonna kind of quickly map out the rest of the place. Okay. Yep, that dead end's there. And that should be already done that, but yeah, we need to go this way. That one we do have to kill. You know, if you do that, the wolf should just disappear. Because I think it's powered by these. Alright, we have plenty of torches. I think, yep, that dead end's there. And we have not gone that way. And as you can tell, there's more than enough of these torches. So it's not like you're looking for exactly the right number of torches. There are a couple extras. Alright, and we've pretty much mapped out the whole area at this point. We go here. 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 And there. One last look, and that's what the whole map looks like. So you can see it. It's not a really big, huge map. Once you've mapped it out, no, it's pretty basic. Just mapping it out for the first time. And yes, I did say for the first time, because it is another repeatable. Now, last hidden rune is about 500 meters away now. Did I mention I have trouble with this one? The easiest one is in that cave. We just passed the Cartreb. Which is, I guess, basically their version of a farm or a home. Oh. I actually found the rune. There's something carved on the boulder here. A grove of pine trees roughly 80 paces north. A grove of pine trees. So he was very specific about that. Okay, this is officially now not the hardest one for me to find. It was the second one. So I guess woohoo, progress. And I guess it definitely does help to read the directions. I don't know. What do y'all say? Is it better to read the directions and get it right the first time, or stumble through it and figure it out on your own and maybe memorize it? Let me know. And funny irony of all that is that last one brings us right back close to Eregion. So it was like making a giant loop. Alright, we'll start with you. Oh, I did a whole bunch of stuff for you.
I hope we come to Aragorn's aid in time.
Excellent! These scrolls were scribed by the most skilled scholar among the elves of Rivendell and will serve us well on our journey south. Hope so.
Our hope lies in secrecy, but we find these lands inhabited.
You found an extinguished and number of strange black torches. I think you have likely found the power behind the Shadow Wolves. I cannot say whether your efforts will destroy them for good or not, but I will be most surprised if they are able to take up the hunt for us again so soon with their dark power so diminished. You have my gratitude.
Our hope lies in secrecy, but we find these lands inhabited.
So we killed the Fang of Shadows, but we weren't able to break the spell that binds them.
Our journey is a long one. I hope not too long.
These fell spirits are relentless. Despite your efforts, these creatures reappear in full number. Ah, well, I must thank you for your efforts nonetheless. And Black Flames and Midnight Hunters are, again, repeatable. So that makes 3 repeatables that you can do here at Eregion.
What brings you to the wilds of Enedwaith?
Alright, that's the medicines.
Our quest is dire.
And that's the weapons. Why do you...
Cyrodiil's camp.
Oh, that's right. You want me to go to the Windfells, right.
The Grey Company has need of your services.
We have sent many scouts ahead to determine the safest and most secret path through Enedwaith. There is a rumor of a large ruined watchtower where Saruman's Dunlending minions have established a vigil. One band of scouts is led by Saradin, who went south to determine the strength of the enemy there. By now they should be in the midst of the Windfells. When you're done here, seek him out and offer him what aid you can, for we must ensure that as many of the Grey Company arrive safely in Rohan as possible. I think... Alright, so both of those quests lead us to Ekad Ceradan.
I know not how we will supplement our provisions.
You got here. Variety of recipes. Lot of reputation recipes in Enedwaith. A lot. So these are just regular scroll cases. We're not worried about them. I'm not wasting my tokens on those just yet. There's a spin emote that we will have to have. Can't read it. Friend with in Enedwaith in order to even consider getting it. An armor piece that is nice, but we need a friend. What's it look like? I want to see what this chest piece looks like. I don't think I've ever bothered to look at it before. It is eh. That's all I can say about it. It's kind of eh. Guide to Harndirian. We need friend. So we need to make friend with the rangers here in order to get our hunter guide to Enedwaith. There's also a jump emote, which requires ally in order to purchase. It's also not that great. There are 2 golf emotes that you will need Kindred to get. Also, really not that great, but we might try to get them anyway because why not? But definitely want the guide. And now we know that we need a friend to even get it. Where are we at with our reputation? I don't even know. Grey Company. We're at acquaintance. Pretty sure it's the Grey Company we're looking to get the reputation for. If that's the case, we're very close. Well, that makes me happy. We get our hunter report here pretty quick. Lots and lots of pine trees. Very, like I said, very wild, very beautiful place. Even the elk agrees. Also, very diverse variety of trees in this place. I've noticed that too. You'll see copses of pines, but then you'll see copses of like oaks or whatever. I think I just had a wolf attack my behind. It could take me. I don't care right now. Oh, and don't assume that the oxen are going to be all nice and friendly with you. They will attack too. So there's that. Surprisingly, the Craven don't attack on sight. So here's a road. Well, loosely speaking, it's a road. Where we want to go is over that way. There's a path leading up to it. Somewhere. I don't think we're meant to go this way to get there. Here's also another path, but hey, why not? We'll go through Amon then. Oh look, don't even aggro these guys. Okay, go through aggro. We'll go through the ruins then. Oh look, the poor hobbit. I'll kill the poor hobbit. Have enough room. Huh. Could probably pull some stuff off. Now that wolf will attack. Okay. And... hello, Ceradan.
We have few friends here, and I fear they are becoming fewer.
Things are not right in Enedwaith, Thormurn. As we have come further south, it becomes more clear to me that the plans of the wizard Thormurn told to us by Elrond are more advanced than even the Elf Lord believed. You tell Ceradan of your encounter with Wadu of the Ukloof, and he nods grimly. We have few friends here, Thormurn, and I fear they are becoming fewer. Wadu may speak for us, but I am not convinced his clan will listen. Already there are more clans in Enedwaith than just the Ukloof, and they are hostile to us. Travel a short way to the north and see what has become of the road. I fear it has been blockaded at the command of Saruman.
What can I do for you?
Barahir has sent you, has he? I hope the Goris and his party are finally on the move, for we have much ground to cover and little time before us. And there's a whole bunch of other quests, which, we'll hold off on for the moment. We'll just go ahead and investigate the road. And here's the path I was looking for right here. Which turned out to be somewhere completely different from where I thought it was. Is it just me, or does it sound incredibly windy along this road? Also, fun fact, before they decided that you couldn't get like XP from mobs that were more than 10 levels above you. We used to be able to go out to really high level areas if you had like a high level kinmate or friend with you, and get tons of XP. Like the friend would do the killing and you would get credit for the XP. You have found a pair of broken hobbit boots. I've also found a bunch of Dunlanders hanging out here. Which I think I'm supposed to be like doing something like, I don't know, killing their boss or something. Inside the coffer you find a report and a sword with ancient markings. And while I'm here, I might as well kill a bunch of them. Since I should have been doing that anyway. And I would have been doing it if we were of level. Alright. Let's swing around with them. Now, if I remember right, that used to dead end right there. Where is that head now? The Swan Fleet. That's right. That actually goes to Swan Fleet. Which is bad news for the Swan Fleet end. If somebody's brand new to the game and they're exploring and they happen to go the wrong way, they're gonna go from like level 15 build to level 65 build real fast. And while we are out exploring, where is Lana? Right that way. Okay. Along the road. We might as well hit it up. We need to clean out our bags so bad. Like there's a discrepancy there. There's a little bit of a discrepancy right there. But yeah, we used to come out to Enedwaith, and our friend would kill all the stuff, and the only thing we had to do was watch that we didn't get one shot by things like skeleton archers and can't remember what the area is. The Lich Bluffs. Because they could hit you from a fair distance away. And if you were low level, they were one-shotting you. Maybe two shots if you were really, really lucky. It was a lot of fun.
We have little to say to your kind.
Blah, 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 blah. Load out here. Alright, crafting hall. Also got your vault.
What do you have to offer the Occluth?
I have various things to trade with you. What we got here? 65, level 60. Alright, we're gonna get rid of the level 60 potions. Keep the level 65s. I probably should just sell that, but I'm being a sentimental sap right now, so I will hold on to it. Hell of might. Now that I can sell. I care nothing about. Sweet honey and oats recipe. I already know that recipe. Darn it. Okay. I already know that recipe. Darn it. What else do we have in here? Dunlending military orders. I forgot about that. What deserters' orders? Well, I'll have to do that when I head back to Dagoras. We picked up more loot boxes because it figures. Well, we have one key left. I guess we're gonna gamble on one of these boxes. See. Last of our 5 keys that we got from that pack that SSG gave out to everyone. What are we gonna get? Hopefully something good. And let's go. We got... No! Not the Mushroom Hunter's hat again. I don't want it. A... Agile Club of the Traveler. No. And it's nice, but I don't use clubs. Would have been nicer if it had been an axe. Major Potion of Power. Again, no. Wow. That box sucked. Oh well. Let's go and go to filters, drag a box into the filter so we don't pick up any more of those. Don't need a bunch of those hanging around our inventory.
What is your purpose here, Dual-wielding?
What's my purpose here? I have no clue. So we can get rid of that. We can throw it out because unfortunately we can't sell it. We'll pull the small carry-all. I don't think I have room for... Nope, that carry-all has scholar stuff in it. I want... Where is it? I have it on me. Do I? No. Where'd I put it? There it is. That's 600 Figments of Splendor. And that is another... That's 45 modes of enchantment. Alright. We still have, like, barely any space. And I'll have to do for the moment. Because he is out of space, which means I gotta clean out his vault so badly. For currency. 2,500 figments and 1,100 motes. Not a lot, but we spent a whole ton on that really nice outfit he's wearing. I have no complaints about that. It looks good on him, especially that circlet. Nice bridge. I think it was really fancy when it was first built. No, that's not what I want to do. I set it as the focus. Thank you. Ah, there's the path I was looking for the first time. This is one of those camps, don't just assume that you're going to be safe here, because there are mobs that hang out incredibly close. Now this one, you don't have to worry about, it won't attack, but if it's a wolf or something, it will attack you.
This confirms what I feared.
This confirms what I feared, Thormurn. One of the Dunlending clans has been ordered, likely by Saruman, to blockade the road north and to slay any who seek to pass that way. This sword is of ancient make. See the markings here in the shape of horses? This is the sword of the Rohirrim.
The former bearer of this sword may still be alive.
The former bearer of the sword may still be alive, Thormurn, but injured and near death. There may be a chance that we can save perhaps the hostile Dunlendings who stole this blade did not finish him. He may have tidings of Rohan, and as that is where we hope to join Eregion, they could be of use to us as we journey further south. Begin at the blockaded gate north of here, and follow the road south, Thormurn. You may be able to find the fallen Rohirrim and save him. And then we have... I fear the road below may be watched too closely for our company to move as secretly as our purpose requires. To this end, I have sent some of my kindred into the gloom glens to seek a less traveled path to the south. Words, I swear I can speak. We need your aid, but when all is ready, you should head to Idrinfair in the Gloom Glens and speak with Idrinfair himself. I am certain he could use your help. And this is a set of quests. So he wants us to, I guess, try to treat with the Ukluf by completing 3 quests: a healing hand, warmth in the winter, and something else. Healing hand, we gather herbs and other remedies.
The Grey Company has need of your services.
Feathers, collect pristine feathers.
Our success lies in secrecy. Will you aid us?
You want us to gather ox meat
The Grey Company has need of your
and
services.
wolf pelts. The whole mess of stuff. Whole mess of stuff. And then we also have that quest to gather deserter armor, which is back at Dagoras. Oh, hold on. Let's come back over here where I can hear myself think. You take 2 steps and it's like big bombastic music. We are like a breath away from making friend with the Grey Company. So close. Maybe. That one quest will do it. So we're going to hurry up and do that real quick. Now that music is a whole lot bombastic than the other one. At least it starts out a lot less. I do love the music though. If we want to go... back this way. We just accidentally found the bearer of the sword was not one of the Rohirrim after all. It was Ladu, and he is dead. Okay, that absolutely stinks. I wasn't expecting to run across Ladu. But, we dead. And he is dead. Too bad, we barely got a chance to know him. So big huge mountain in the way. Okay, it's not a mountain, it's a hill. It's still in the way. Yeah, we should... Yeah, we're heading back in the right direction, finally. It keeps wanting to try to push me into other directions, and I'm like, nope, not right now, busy. And I want to get this thing done. Badger. Badger's not. Yeah, I'll see myself out. I'm about old. I don't think I've seen that meme song in ages either. Alright, Deserter's Orders. A badger song. All about badgers and mushrooms. Then you got the super relaxing music in the middle and it's waiting. I'm like, what the heck? And we've only gotten 3 sets of orders. What? I guess not all of them had orders. And bring him to Dagoras. That's so pretty. From a distance, it kind of looks like a watercolor painting. Kind of. Hello.
Welcome and well met, my friend.
What are these you have found? Orders from Isengard. It seems the Dunlendings from the south were sent to capture the old elf ruins in Eregion. It seems Saruman was seeking something there, though I cannot begin to guess what that traitorous wizard would want from such a place. More importantly, now it seems that Saruman is bent on consolidating his power in Dunland. His thralls and allies are on the move, subduing any clans that have refused to join him up until now. We must make haste, for soon all of Dunland will be mobilized for war under the banner of Isengard. And I believe we just made friends with the Grey Company. So, yay, perfect timing. Excuse me. Hi. I want to talk to you.
Our scouts will require the greater part of our provisions.
Okay, so we want... How much do we need to get that? 5 gold tokens and like 5 silver. That we want this, which only requires a small amount of silver tokens, so I will take that. Thank you very much. Now we have, wherever it stuck it, right here. Guide to Harndirian. Put Harndirian over here. Oh, it's going way towards the front. Way, way, way towards the front. Where is it? Where did I put it? No. Ah, there. Alright, Estelden, Harndirian, Nickel Delving. Alright, there we go. Now... it costs 15 silver tokens to get a gold. So we could get... we're gonna be a little while getting that spin emote. Okay. But we got our guide, and in fact, I'll show you where it takes us. And here we are in Harndirian, which is technically in Forest Combe. Look out on the world here. If I remember right, out in that direction, yeah, you could see it even from over here. Right over there is Lanuk. So we're actually not far away from Lanuk from here. This is also where the skirmish camp is located. So you got all your skirmish stuff here. There's also a stable here.
What can I do for you?
And as far as things go, it's not the most welcoming place, but it's a lot more welcoming than most of Enedwaith, so I think that's where we're going to hang out. Thormurn did pretty good. He managed to get from Eregion into Enedwaith. Did quite a bit of stuff. Wow. Pretty sky, look at that. I know. I gotta be a tourist. I gotta be a tourist. Hold on. There we go. Very pretty. Alright, no being a tourist. But yeah, we have to get quite a bit done. Still got a long ways to go. After all, he just discovered that Wadu's dead. Gets to tell Wadu's family. Well, that always works out well when you get to tell the family of somebody that already looks at you very suspiciously that one of the members of their family was found dead by you, right? Yikes. Any rate, it is well after 9. I have not eaten yet. I would like to do that, especially since I'm having a bit of fish for dinner, and I do love fish. But I want to take a moment to thank everybody that stopped by, particularly Miss Saucier. Always love having you. Thank you. I hope everything's going well for you in sunny Louisiana. And do let me know if you've decided to start planting anything. I've actually started that myself. Well, thank you. I will. And surprised I didn't see Drive-By. Either that or he just didn't bother to say anything tonight. So for everybody who popped in and out or stuck around a little while and didn't say anything, we'll know that you too are seen and appreciated. But next time, say hi. I promise I don't bite. On Thursday, we will be having some more fun with Thormurn. Friday, it'll be Miss Vistula enjoying the anniversary festival. And there's Drive-By saying bye all. Hi, bye. And Saturday, well, it should be Morrowind. We'll see. It will be some sort of Elder Scrolls, though. But for now, it will be a fine week, I'm sure. But for now, thank you all. I do appreciate you. You all have a wonderful night. Have a great Wednesday. And until next time, bye for now. Because Vine